Hello, friends. Welcome to our Tuesday lunch chat. I'm Sarah. I'm the owner of Not Another Hat, and I'm coming to you live from right here inside my store, located in the heart of the Columbia River Gorge in Hood River, Oregon. So welcome. This is our Tuesday lunch chat where I just throw it all at you all at once. Everything new in the last week, everything interesting that you need to be aware of, all the goods. So should we dive right in? Okay. Since we're getting closer and closer to it actually being fall and not fake fall or fall, but it's still 90 degrees, I want to show you this beautiful new sweater that Jill just finished. This is the Felix Cardigan. So a lot of you might be familiar with the Felix line of sweaters that started with a pullover that I actually made back in 2020. And we're going to talk about that again in just a second. But this is the cardigan version, and we thought it would be a really great example of the cozy cotton worsted from Lavendersheep. So if you've been around a little bit, you might remember when we debuted this yarn probably 5-ish weeks ago. It is so yummy. It's so soft. Cotton haters, you won't hate it. It feels really, really nice. It does have a bit of a boucle texture, and it's kind of a heavy worsted weight. So it's also ice dyed by Yvonne of Lavendersheep. She's our local hand dyer. So the colorways are just stunning. And we chose this pumpkin pie spice for our Felix cardigan because we knew it would be such a great fall sweater. And it really, really is. So I'm actually wearing a 39, which is major negative ease for me. That's why it's not buttoned, but that's what size our sample is. And this just used barely into the third skein of the cozy cotton worsted. So it's like I'm trying to do math in my head, 3 to 6 skeins? No, 3 to 5? It's 3 to 5 or 3 to 6 for all of the sizes. And this sweater goes from a 39 up to a 57. So this is a really, really great transitional piece, meaning transitions of the seasons. It feels good. It feels like you put a extra layer on, but it's 100% cotton. So it isn't going to be overly warm, especially if you have a high set internal thermostat beyond your control. Speaking to all of my friends of a certain age. At any rate, it's just really, really lovely, and it has the softest hand. So I'm going to show you the colors that we have sweater quantity in still because they're so gorgeous. We've got hearts for all the red lovers out there. And these are hand dyed in an ice dyeing technique, of course, except this one, the natural, which is undyed. And sunshine for my gold lovers. This one's right up my alley. Only 4 skeins for the largest size? Oh, my lordy. Julia just popped in to update. It's 3 to 4 skeins for this sweater, basically. It's such a good deal. Berry pie, that's the one I was holding up a second ago. Pumpkin pie spice, what we used. So beautiful. Excuse me. Emerald City for my green lovers. And then I think this one's my favorite. This is called Mountain Meadow. And the way that the dye split in the ice dyeing technique just made for the most beautiful flecks of color. We actually had a customer knit a sweater in this, and I can't remember what it was. It was even looser gauge. It was like 3.5 stitches to the inch. And she wore it in. It was so beautiful. You never would have guessed it was a hand knit sweater. And it didn't pool weird at all. There was no funky like aggregating of color. And it was in this colorway, the Mountain Meadow. So check that out. It is a really lovely, you could do the cardigan or the pullover depending on, what you would get more use out of. Really, really great sweater. Good sweater to wear through end of summer, early fall. Especially if you live in Oregon, where you get like 4 seasons in a day. Okay, this is 3.5 stitches to the inch. Julia just popped in to remind me. So I think hers was 3 stitches. Oh, yes, it was. I just remembered what it was. It was one of the cocoa knits. It's one of her original ones in the book, and it's the 3 stitches to the inch. It's just a plain pullover, kind of cropped. That's what she was wearing. So it works everywhere from like basically to 3 to 4.5 stitches to the inch, I think. Really versatile yarn. So that's the Cozy Cotton Worsted in the Felix Cardigan, which I'm wearing. Quick little stock update. This little adorable package of sardines, quote unquote sardines. No, we are not selling fish. They're little paper fish bookmarks in the cutest little tin. Bunch of little different designs. There's a gazillion of them in there. These, last time we got them in, sold out so fast, and then they became our most requested back in stock notification, which cracks me up in a yarn store. So FYI, if you were one of those people, they're back. But when we got those back, we also restocked some of those office supplies everybody grabbed so quick. So we've got more sticky page tabs, etc. And then we got the cutest sets of pencils. So these are little sets of 4 pencils, Bookaroo, and they are graphite pencils in 4 different weights. So each set has the 2H, the HB, the 2B, and the 4B. So you have like different basically writing effects. Just the cutest little packages. So check those out. And then because I cannot resist, once I started down this office supply thing, it was probably dangerous because now I'm just on the lookout. We also got these adorable sticky highlighter tabs. So they're peel and stick. There's a little pile of each color and you can just peel them off and then use them to mark pages, or places on your pages of books, knitting patterns, mark where you left off, etc. They're repositionable. You can peel them back up and move them around. So these are also in stock, sticky highlighter tabs. Super, super fun. God, I'm a sucker for the office supplies. Before I ever knew how to knit, like when I was in my teens and early 20s, like college time, office supplies was my shopping addiction. And then that actually morphed into scrapbooking. So that is actually what I did as like my creative outlet up until I learned to knit when I was pregnant with Campbell. So 26. I thought scrapbooking was where it was at. And in fact, when Campbell was a newborn, I was starting to think like maybe it would be really fun to open a scrapbooking store. Whoa, wait, crazy, because clearly I was meant to do this. But anyways, maybe I just had a mind towards entrepreneurialism and I needed to just dial in what my actual niche was. But paper stuff runs deep. And if any of you are local or have seen my mom's work, my mom is a crazy awesome paper crafter, scrapbooker, etc. And she makes gift cards and greeting cards and things like that that we sell here in the store. And so, you know, I came by it naturally. She's way better at it than I ever was, though. She doesn't knit, so we each do our own thing. And then there's my sister, who's just plain an artist. Okay, I totally digress. I have some other fun new stuff to show you because we've had socks on the mind ever since Anklers came out a couple months ago. Anklers is my ankle sock pattern that I released. And in fact, I meant to bring one over. I always carry one in my purse and I totally forgot. But we've had requests for some self-patterning sock yarn and we just haven't had any on the shelf in a little while. And so I got some. So if you've been looking, now's your chance. These are all showing in our new collection. Philly. And I got a couple guy colors too for people who like more masculine looks on their socks. They're not necessarily looking for the pink rainbow. I mean, guys certainly can wear pink rainbow, but sometimes they're looking for a little more subtle. Or sometimes women are looking for something that might work more like as a work sock instead of just, you know, fun and funky. So Philly is a cotton and wool blend. And I know some people don't love this for socks. Personally, I super love it. Somebody, I think it was Jill, like 12 years ago, knit me a pair of socks from a opal yarn that was the same blend. It cotton, wool, nylon, etc. It's hands down my favorite pair of socks. No holes, and it doesn't slouch because it's got enough wool in it, but it feels really nice when you wear them. Feet don't get sweaty. It's really, really lovely. Good blend. So this stuff will stripe in these colors. So that's Philly. Then we've got the sugar Saki. You might remember we had Waki Saki not too long ago. So this is a bamboo superwash nylon blend. So superwash wool, excuse me. So you've got wool and bamboo. It gives it a sheen, gives it some softness and strength and durability, and also stripes in these colors that you can see. So there's sugar Saki. And then we had this briefly, we just got a few of them in, and so we got a few more in because I actually took home one of these colorways. It's not this one, but it's not either of these. I don't remember which color it was, but it knits up those most fun socks. So this is Zesty. This is a superwash wool and nylon blend, very traditional 75-25. And it's just white with little stripes of these colors in between. It looks so cool knit up. So all of these are a great opportunity to grab some self-patterning sock yarn if you've been wanting to do that. You could make several pairs of anklers out of one skein of these. In fact, you probably could make a pair of socks as long as they weren't like giant man socks and still have enough to make a pair of anklers. Food for thought. Food for thought. Okie doke. You hanging in there? Let's see. Okay, a couple quick announcements. One, we have a fall kickoff knit night here at the store on September 26th. That's from 3 to 6 p.m. So come on in. We always we do a surprise sale. We do door prizes. It's a good time. We haven't done one in maybe since the Christmas party. Oh, that's a long time. We've been doing our stitch nights at various venues around the area, but in September, it's going to be here. So mark your calendars if you're a local or you're within driving distance. September 26th from 3 to 6 is our fall kickoff knit night here at the store. And then in other announcements, don't forget that this weekend is the Have a Ball Fall Crawl. That is a yarn crawl of 20 plus shops across the United States. Kicks off on Saturday and it runs Saturday, Sunday, and then the next Saturday, Sunday. All of the sessions are on Zoom. All of them are recorded. You don't have to like be there for every single one. Costs $10 to register, and that gets you access to all 4 days worth of Zoom presentations, as well as the chat with the featured guest designer, Melanie Berg. We're super stoked. We always love to do this. I have a really good time giving a live shopping presentation. Who knew that was my unique talent? But we've put together like 5 new products that you have not yet seen that we will be featuring on Saturday. My presentation's at 11:30 a.m. Pacific time. And just remember, you need to actually sign up to participate. It's $10. You'll get all the Zooms, you'll get all the replays. So if you can't make them all live, because who could ever make them all live? That's a lot. So go check that out. Julia shared the link to register there in the notes. Okay, how about some more new yarn? And then we'll go back to some other stuff. We have back in the store HiKoo Concentric. I love this yarn. This is so special and unique. And we haven't had it since 2020, but I did do a knitting design in this yarn. It's a shawl called Lovelight. And what it is it's a shawl that really features the slow gradient transitions of this yarn. So basically this is a 200-gram skein. So don't be put off by the price. It's $50 for one of these, but it's the equivalent of 2 full-size skeins, and that's so that you get one solid, slow-changing skein. So it's like a shawl skein, shawl ball kind of thing they call, and it's 100% baby alpaca. So there's beautiful, beautiful colors, and you can go online to Ravelry or our website and check out Lovelight. That's the name of my shawl, and there's a bunch of new colors that they didn't have when we carried this in 2020. So even if you've seen this yarn before, go check it out because there's beautiful, beautiful new colors. And I love this one. Oh, I only brought like 4 over, but there's, I don't know. I think there's 10 colors or 8 colors. There's quite a few. Just takes one skein for the shawl. So $50. You can do the Lovelight shawl with this beautiful, it's worsted weight, so it actually goes pretty fast. I think my shawl's designed on a 9 or a 10. It's a really good kind of mindless knit. And this yarn is so unique. It's 4 2-ply strands, but these work together. You don't separate those. This is the whole yarn right here, this strand. So sometimes people see those and they're like, what? Am I supposed to pull those apart? No, you are absolutely not supposed to pull those apart. That is one strand, and you work through with all 4 of those in your hand. It just behaves normally. So go check that out. Concentric is back. What else? I was going to show you some new books. I forgot, so I didn't bring them over here, but the new Brooklyn Tweed Blankets book, I don't know if you've seen that. It just came out very recently. It's stunning. It's stunning. And so we have it here in the store. We just got it in. Go check it out if you're looking for it. We've got it. There's also a really fun book that's all Nightmare Before Christmas patterns. So if you're one of those Nightmare Before Christmas fans, go check that out as well. Okay, the last thing that I have to tell you about is we've got some classes up now. So Jill is teaching the Felix pullover as a first sweater class. That's an in-store class. Last week I mentioned she's got the emotional support chicken. That's an in-store class. And then she's also teaching a first color work class. And she's going to be teaching this cowl. This is a blue sky cowl that uses a skein of the blue sky wool stock and some wool stock minis, and it's a great way to really dial in your 2-color knitting skills. So those are all happening here in the store. And then we also have an online course. Ingrid's back to teach her famous Intro to Brioche. So Ingrid somehow is a master online teacher, and she can even teach something like brioche successfully. She has had so many successful graduates of her Intro to Brioche class. She also teaches an advanced brioche class, and maybe we'll get her to do that after this one. So if you've been wanting to learn how to brioche, this is it. Do this class because she is absolutely so skilled at this. I think she's a unicorn because of her skills for being able to teach this class. And we've got something coming out in about a month or so that you might want those brioche skills for. So check that out. That is on our website and available for registration as well. Okay. I think I checked off everything on my list, except I forgot to bring the books. Yeah. So you're going to sign up for the Have a Ball Fall Crawl. You're going to see me do my presentation on Saturday, 11:30. You're going to put the knit night on the calendar if you're local. You're going to check out the Cozy Cotton Worsted for the Felix Cardigan. You're going to check out Lovelight and Concentric. You're going to get yourself some page markers, sardines, if you've been waiting for those to come back in stock. And, I know one last thing I want to tell you. The chocolate's online now. So, I talked about the chocolate like a month ago, but it was still too hot to put it in web orders. We have passed the threshold where we can now ship it, so go check that out. It's a smorgasbord of delicious chocolate bars that we have available. $6, 2 for $10. Yeah, I mean, you're gonna make an order, throw in a chocolate bar. Hello. Okay, all right, everybody. That's enough for one day. I hope you have a lovely week. I hope it's full of yarn and goodness. And I will see you back here, same time, same place, next Tuesday. Adios.